Hey, welcome. Yes, we are in the wrong order. Hello, Ben. Great to see you. It is indeed Mirror Universe. Did you like the new title sequence? Well, you only saw that today, didn't you, Amy?
Yes, I did. I was delayed in watching it.
So better explain. Ed has not joined us yet. Ed will be warping in very, very soon, no doubt, and then we can kick everything off. Matt has just stepped away from his chair, but Amy's here.
Yay! That's what we need.
I mean, it wouldn't be a Halloween special if it didn't start off as a fucking nightmare to start with.
Exactly. We're starting as we mean to go on.
We are indeed loving those backgrounds. Love Matt's. One of the worst Voyager episodes all there. And yes, Amy's got Bev shagging a ghost.
Yeah, spooky.
Yes.
Best episode.
Spooky and sexy. Hey, Captain Quinn. So far, it's just me and Amy, and here's Matt.
Yay.
Here is Matt. We are live. You are on the channel. Please do not swear. That's Davina McCall. Yeah. Anyway, so what did we all think of the new title sequence?
Awesome.
Okay.
I definitely saw it just now and not before.
Well, no, I mean, to be fair, I did send it to you guys behind the scenes.
No, it was fantastic.
Yeah, loving the whole Halloween vibe. And Hook Sounds, shout out to hooksounds.com, who, that piece of music is from. Nice and spooky. That was double its normal speed. Normally it's much more drawn out, but it fitted the action really, really nicely. Halloween is coming. What's everyone's plans for All Hallows Eve?
Actually, for the first time in 5 years, I think, I'm actually going to a Halloween party.
Are you? I am so fucking jealous.
I am.
It is unbelievable. Can you get me an invite?
I will knock it down a couple of pegs and say it's in Colchester.
I kind of don't care at this point.
But yeah, my only thing is I don't quite know what to do as far as a costume. I do have my go-to, which is an orange prisoner jumpsuit, some shackles, and as a possibility. But I'm kind of fancying a bit of drag because I haven't been out in drag in ages.
Yeah.
Oh, bit of the old Rocky Horror, eh? Yeah.
Speaking of things that are a drag, hi Ed.
Hey. Hey Ed, great to see you. My goodness, now let me rearrange all these boxes around so we are all in the right place. And my God, every time I move one, it changes it. Right, there we are. Oh, we're here. It's all in the right place. We're sorted. Yay. Hello, Ed. Happy Halloween.
Oh, okay. Ben says a prisoner or drag is not Halloween, needs to be scary. I did one year, although it took a lot more practice. I did actually must have been about 12 years ago. Had a latex zip into my face and then bloodied all the stuff at the bottom. I was clean shaven. It was easier to put prosthetics on. But yeah, had a zip. I've got there's some pretty good photos of that actually.
Ooh, put them on the Discord. Put them on the Discord. Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, prisoners are pretty scary because, who wants to be burgled? Yeah.
Not me.
Amy, what's your go-to Halloween costume then?
I like doing a skull face, like a realistic skull face, as you might see in my profile picture. That is my face.
I have. I have, but the viewers might not have done.
Yeah,
it does look
you can see it.
Very stylized.
Yes, I like it.
Good.
I've worked on it over time, and I can do better than that now. My next attempt is get it because it took me a while to get the teeth right. I can do teeth now. So, But I'm not doing anything for Halloween, so I might just paint my face and watch scary films on the telly.
No, let's crash this party in Colchester.
All that. I can do that.
Yeah, we'll get Rick involved and we'll all descend and just say, Matt invited us.
Star Trek Stew server in general chat. Post.
Excellent. Look forward to seeing those. And Ed!
Hi!
Hey! So, what's your... now, Ed, obviously cosplayer extraordinaire. What's your go-to Halloween?
To be fair, normally when we have local trick-or-treaters coming around, Grace will normally tend to surprise everyone with her multiple choices. Spider Witch was quite a good one, but you get like Spider Witch crossed with a stormtrooper and a unicorn, knowing her. She likes to mix and match.
A good crossover.
Yes, she does like a sort of crossover episode. So usually I'll do, if I'm opening the door, my favourite one is my Repro World War One gas mask and a tin hat.
Nice.
Because when you go through the door, it does make a trick. We did
my
have
mummy?
Yes, we did have a traumatized set of like skeleton cheerleaders a couple of years ago who've never been back since.
Oh.
Excellent. And are you? So you're presumably doing kids' Halloween parties?
Well, there will be some sort of dressing up and Halloweeny snacks and treats and stuff. At school today they were doing Halloween biscuits, so they're doing them like eyeballs with, I was told, blood coming out of them. Grace told me she made an extra bloody one.
Excellent.
We don't need to see that in the Discord.
I'm putting that straight in the
Discord.
No.
The juice you do get from an eyeball is more of a viscous sort of opaque liquid. It's actually not blood that comes out.
It's more like juice, more than
more like it's more like snot or oysters. Served with a nice Chianti.
Oh, please stop.
Well, it is the Halloween episode. Oh, Halloween episodes, because all you know, obviously, as players, is we're doing a Halloween special. It depends how quickly you get through this event, because this might end up rolling into next week. We will see.
Given the pace we do things.
You take our time over everything.
That was factored in. That's why we're doing it this week and not in a fortnight. For that very reason. I thought this one shot's likely to be a two-parter. But if it's not, it's not. We will go with the flow and see what happens, because ultimately the story is down to you guys. And to everyone watching in chat, throw us your standard go-to Halloween costume and what you're doing for Halloween as well. Do you want to know mine?
Yes.
I go balls out. No, I mean, not literally. That would be terrifying. But I do like full bright red body paint all over. I do the latex base, but prosthetic horns that actually look like they're erupting through the skin of my head. I use various pencils to kind of create lines and shadows and really go full on proper demon. And of course I got all the clothing to go with it as well. The black silk shirt undone down to the bottom of the chest, the pentagram medallion. I mean, I'm just medallion man, that's me. In fact, the first time for many years I just had a goatee beard, because I am from the Mirror Universe. But the first time I ever grew a goatee was to do that particular costume. I mean, I was in my early 20s at the time, but it was for Halloween for that costume. And loads of we all met up in the nightclub, me and my mates, and they didn't know I was growing it. Oh my god, that looks so realistic. I'm like, give it a tug. It's real. They totally freaked out. So what we've got. Mike is free. Hello, welcome. Stormtrooper or Colonial Marine.
Cool.
Ben hasn't dressed up for Halloween for many decades. That needs correcting. That needs correcting quickly, I would say.
This is your year.
Oh, Captain Quinn's going to be celebrating with scary movies and possibly dressing up at home with the cats. Cats make excellent props for Halloween. It's got to be said. Yeah. England versus New Zealand women at Exeter is what Ben's going to be watching.
Cool.
Is that rugby?
Would have thought so.
Sounds like that sort of rugby territory.
Yeah. Excellent. That's sports ball.
Yes.
Okay.
Go sports. Score a ball.
That killed that conversation. Oh, it is rugby. Excellent. There we go. Yes. Right. Anyway, gosh, all exciting. We're all here. Are we ready for an adventure?
Yeah.
Are indeed.
Beverly is.
Excellent. Beverly is always ready for an adventure.
Beverly is well up for it.
The dead of the ghost. I mean, that ghost was banging a grandma as well. Let's not forget.
Yeah, like days before.
Yeah.
Proper horror.
And sort of in the episode. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Gosh, we love Next Generation. So, we haven't got a log this evening because we are literally just picking up straight from where we left off. Who wants to remind us where we left off?
I've got notes.
Ah.
Oh, science officer has notes. Excellent.
Wormhole plasma.
Those are notes.
Yep. The rest of it is illegible.
So we are heading back to what in our universe is called Deep Space Nine, but is probably still Terok Nor. I can't remember in this universe, which is actually still orbiting Bajor and not in front of the wormhole like our one would be because it didn't move. And we are going to try and... I'm not sure exactly what we're trying to do, but something in a wormhole meant that we could possibly do something that meant that we could maybe go back to the Prime universe. But the specifics on exactly the technology, Bosh wasn't listening.
Okay. Any enhancements on that, Ed?
Well, the best way back might be a wormhole. Now, I heard, as Wraal, checking through the logs, that there was once a Federation starship named the USS Traveller that went to a strange alternate universe and got back via the use of black holes and wormholes. So I think we may be able to hopefully do the same as this famous Starship Traveller did itself.
That wasn't... that Voyager didn't rip off at all.
Not in any way, shape or form, no.
Yeah, Starship Traveller, that amazing Choose Your Own Adventure book. Voyager's just lifted that story straight up. Yes, so the plan is, because you've found the records of Julian Bashir and Kieran Reese from the Bajoran militia, they entered this universe by going through the Bajoran wormhole when their runabout was leaking warp plasma.
Yeah.
That caused an accidental crossover. They managed to recreate that situation to get back to the Prime universe, and that is what we're hoping to do. Now, quick question, because obviously the Livingstone is quite a bit bigger than a runabout. It's got a bigger warp engine. It is just bigger, full stop. Is the plan to vent the same amount of warp plasma
Probably
as
scaled
the
up.
runabouts did? Or is it going to be scaled?
I'm sure I can run some tests.
Run a diagnostic.
Yeah, put
simulation.
Put some simulations through the algorithm and give you some sort of clue.
What's your gut instinct? I'm intrigued.
What, my gut instinct or Bosch's gut instinct?
Let's have both.
Mine is
Let's have
fuck it,
firsts.
everything all at once. Just as much plasma as we have, see what happens. Bosch, bit more study, maybe do the same amount first, just to kind of check, see if that's enough, and then, yeah, I'm just a little worried about like igniting plasma turning into a Badland situation where you just detonate the ship. But, you know, maybe season 2's a short one. Writer's strike and all that.
Has anyone got surfing praxis waves as a focus?
I know what I do have.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I'm sure we could calculate the most that we could use safely and just use the most we can use safely to make sure that we can do it.
Now, that's an interesting word, safely.
Yeah.
Because it is known that the Bajoran wormhole is occupied by the wormhole aliens, otherwise known as the Prophets. So when you're saying safely, are you thinking your own safety or their safety?
Well, surely we'll be propelling ourselves from outside the worm, or do we have to do it inside?
You have to do it inside.
It's got to be as you're travelling through the wormhole.
So we might end up detonating the Prophets.
So can we speak to the Prophets first?
They only speak to you if they choose. You can't choose to speak to them.
We could try and make ourselves available and be like, with a big sign, we're going to do this thing.
We start detonating some plasma and I'm sure they'll take a bit of notice.
Yeah. But it'd be nice
very fucking aggressive, very fucking adversarial.
Yeah. We need to make our intentions clear before we attempt it somehow.
Interesting. And of course, our captain, all the decisions rest on your shoulders.
Oh, good. Well, to be honest, I'm just going to roll a couple of dice here. And I'll let you know what I think. I think that we should reconfigure the linear neutrino imaging catalyst. Yes, there we go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thanks to the Technobabble random generator from the...
I mean, I was fully on board with like neutrino, reconfiguring the neutrino emitter array. That sounds perfectly plausible.
Well, neutrinos do feature very heavily in the Denorius belt. That is one of the issues with the Denorius belt.
That's just a guess, but I mean, I'll let Davok do most of the thinking on that one. I just point at things and fly.
So why don't the Prophets accept people talking to them? Why do they have to initiate it?
Because it's their wormhole,
we're basically breaking into their front room and like setting some things on fire, hoping to jump out the window.
Okay, so like, is there an equivalent of posting a letter?
There has been, checking the computer, there has been no known instances of anyone instigating communication with the Prophets, except through the orbs. However, you don't know if the orbs exist in this universe. There has never been any mention of them from this from the various crossovers that have happened in this universe. Interesting. So I'm guessing you're having this debate as you are flying.
We're cruising along
towards the Bajoran sector. Amy, your console lights up. There is an incoming data stream.
Oh.
in
I would
current
like
data
you to
stream.
give me an insight and engineering roll, difficulty 1.
Okey-dokey.
Not assisted by the computer, because this is to determine what is happening with the computer.
Insight and engineering. I got down to 14, and I got a 4 and a 13.
A 4 and a third, so that's 2 successes. With your focus in computers, did that get...
Yes, I have 4 in engineering.
So you got 3 successes. And it cost... Well, it was difficulty 1, so you have 2 momentum.
Yay!
Well done.
We're going to need it.
And what... So if this was the Prime universe, what would be happening here, Davok, is periodically Starfleet send out basically like an update of data. Where new anomalies have been found, where, planet might be destroyed, things like that. Basically a data update for the entire database on board. It would seem that this, it's like a general transmission that comes from Starfleet that basically reaches all the ships, and usually happens like without people really noticing, because the adjustments to the database are not that major. However, if that is what is happening here, but from the Empire, of course the database is completely different. So it looks like it's basically trying to download the entire Imperial database that you would get on an Imperial ship into the computer.
We're going to run out of memory soon.
Yeah, do we have enough
I'll
space to
convey.
take on that sort of amount of... That's all that information.
Is there something I can do to block that, or is this information, is that going to be useful to us?
It'd be useful. Do we have space to put it in a separate, a partition on the hard drive?
Sorry.
You can squeeze it. You believe, kind of assuming that it's about the same size as you would normally get from a Starfleet database. You believe that you can just about squeeze it on there, but it's going to be tight. It's going to take a little bit of fiddling about and doing.
That seems like a good shout.
Yeah, we partition it, and then we carve off chunks that we don't particularly need, save up a bit of space, but make sure it's separated.
You can find all sorts of, aside from the updates to navigational data, which should be fairly mirrored, unless there's any extra asteroid belts from places that the Empire's annihilated. It could also be useful if we find out any, if it gives any patrol rosters and routes for ships we may need to avoid or want to avoid.
So this data is awaiting confirmation for download.
Does it need a source code? Does it need a code to accept the?
Doesn't appear to. It seems to be accepting the Livingstone computer as the ISS Livingstone computer.
Okay. Well, we're identical. We're just a different universe one. But,
yeah, put it into a partition drive so it can't affect ship systems. Can't do it like
support.
Quarantine it.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Is that the consensus?
Yeah. 100%.
Right. Excellent. Now, what I would like you to do then, Amy, is give me a control and engineering roll. This is difficulty 2. However, you will be assisted by the computer, by the ship, sorry. Computer and engineering.
I want to do the ship first.
The partitioning part is easy. What this is more for is basically, it's kind of almost like clearing out your caches of the computer to make room for it as it's coming in. and kind of running around various bits of the database, just making sure that there is actually space for it.
My focusing computers assist me here.
Your focusing computers will come in very useful for this.
Very good job you put that in.
Yeah.
You're already
Do
one
like-
momentum up because of that.
Still waiting for the skip rope to give you.
Yes, one of those is because of your focusing computers.
Oh yeah.
So, yes, one of those is because of your focus and skip rope.
One day, there will be a day. I trust you, Stu. All right, who's rolling for the ship?
Oh, I'll have a go for the ship. Why not? So you said it was computers and engineering?
Computers and engineering.
Okay, that's a total of 10. Oh, ship got an 8.
Yay!
Hey, one success down. We need one more success to go.
All
Go
right,
on, Amy.
gotta get a 14. And I got a 16 and a 14. So one.
Another success. So you get 2 successes. And yes, you managed to squeeze all this data. I mean, it takes good couple of hours to transmit and download. But you managed to squeeze the data in. Now you can, at this point, if you wish, spend a momentum to get a bit of information.
The information, yes.
Yeah.
We like it.
Okay. That brings you back down to 1 momentum.
I remember you
However-
can do that as chief science officer, can't you? You can so you if you succeed at a task assisted by the ship's computers or sensors, chief science officer generates a bonus momentum which can be used on obtain information straight away, so we don't lose any momentum.
Is that a talent? Or
No,
is
that's
that
part of
standard?
your job role as the ship's chief science officer.
Oh, so it
Cool, I
doesn't
knew
cost
that.
the momentum then?
No, but only if the chief science officer attempts something with like a tricorder or the ship's computers and sensors and succeeds at the task. Basically, they get a momentum it's basically they get like an automatic momentum to gain that extra information.
Right, okay. So you don't spend your momentum then, even better. Davok, as you're running around the database trying to squeeze all this data in, something quite odd about your existing database. This is not the new database, this is the existing database. It is about twice the size that you would expect. I mean, I'm using that very, very approximately and roughly, but it is a good double the size that you would expect the database to be on a Federation starship. And indeed, there is memory there because it's kind of like almost, if you think in terms of today's computers, it's like stored on an external drive that has security lockouts on it. So you can't access the information that's there, but there is this secondary database. Completely locked out, but locked out to the point it was hidden until you started doing your running about. If this hadn't have happened, you'd have never have noticed it, you think?
That's interesting.
Mm.
I have some information. Could I do a scan to see if there's like any physical changes to the ship?
What kind of physical changes are you looking for?
So I imagine that there is a schematic of the ship with all its bits and bobs, just to see if there's anything attached. It'd be all like the electrical stuff, I guess I'd be looking at.
Yeah, there are schematics of the ship. This and you can call them up easily enough. And this additional memory system is not on the schematic.
Interesting.
In fact, give me an insight and engineering roll I'm going to make this one difficulty 3.
Are we happy if I spend a momentum?
Yes, you earned it.
Okay. I will spend a
Okay.
momentum.
Momentum spent.
Roll 3 dice to get under 14 again. I got a 10 and a 4 and a 13.
Right, so you get your momentum back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right. So you can see there are gaps in the schematic. There are null spaces that shouldn't be there. In particular, there's a sizable one in engineering that is too large for what you're thinking for what you were looking for, the memory module. You can certainly see there are null spaces that could amount to that if the memory module was split up, which wouldn't be difficult over various parts of the ship. But there's a single sizable one in engineering. Something's missing from the schematic.
That's not worrying at all.
Something
But everything's on the schematic that should be there.
But something's missing in engineering.
Oh. Okay.
4.
Is there something we can do to say, like, I guess there's not a locate drive, or get it to do something that'll identify its position?
Go down to engineering and have a look.
There is that as well.
That's kind of it.
Yeah. Should we go have a look?
Yeah. Do we all want to go?
Well, I'm not giving away too many secrets here, but the Livingstone flies on autopilot quite a lot. I don't actually have to, physically push and pull the buttons.
And you can always, you've got a crew to put into the seats on the bridge anyway. Who's going down to engineering?
Do you want my assistance?
I think we always need a doctor knocking about, because at some point...
Wrong voice.
That was first.
Oh, beg your pardon first. Yes, I think we should all head... Mr. Davok, do you think we should all go to engineering? This seems particularly interesting to me.
I would like to go and investigate more.
Very good. Yes, we'll do that. I'll gesture to. I think actually the whoever the con officer is at the moment just indicate to them that whilst we're gone, you have the bridge, and
try not to crash anything.
Is that first that has the con? Are we okay handing over?
No.
The ship?
First, you can come with us as well, please.
Of course.
It's a bit like,
Okay.
a bit like
So
Reggie, but more monotone.
You head on down to engineering. You open the engineering doors, and there, working hard as ever, is
I can smell hot
Sonia
chocolate.
Gomez, your chief engineer.
Selena.
I immediately put on an apron just in case, because of course we know what happens to captains who go into engineering areas where Sonia Gomez is. I've only
Not all of us, because we haven't seen the end of the season yet.
Oh no, that's
no.
TNG.
That's the engine.
Oh, yeah.
That's ancient canon. That is. I've only got the one uniform. Captain Picard can change his whenever he likes. Actually, I wonder, does the data stream also update all the uniform requirements as well? So does that mean that you get new patterns to replicate new uniforms?
Awesome.
That must happen. How else do they change uniforms out in deep space halfway through a series?
That would presumably be part of the database. Well, for the Federation, that would be part of the update, yes. One would assume the same applies for the mirror universe.
Yeah,
But yeah, Sonia's there. She turns around, sees all of you there, looks a bit shocked, and asks what you're all doing there.
Mr. Davok, explain why we've just invaded our chief engineer's pride and joy.
Yes, I'm going to show Sonia the schematic that we have located and point out the holes in the schematic that we've got and explain all the bits that we found out so far and ask for her opinion.
Mr. Gomez, what do you think about this?
Sonia looks... She goes quiet, which for her is unusual. She takes the pad, she studies it for a moment, her brow furrows, and she looks up at you all and says, I'll look into this, leave it with me.
Very good. Could I expect your report within the hour?
It's impossible for me to estimate something that I haven't looked into yet.
Sounds like every engineer I have to work with.
Okay, first is going to grab Sonia by the throat.
Okay. As Sonia pushes a button on a drawer at the console at the side of her, which opens to reveal a couple of phasers, red alert goes off.
Seeing that, crikey! Seeing that, I
Nerve pinch.
grab for a phaser.
Okay, your comm badges all go off saying, well, obviously not first. I don't know if first has a comm badge yet.
Not issued yet.
Okay, but everyone else's comm badge goes off and says, and you get the person you left on the con saying, senior officers to the bridge, emergency.
Stand by. A big problem here. I'm still going to grab the phaser and shout, first, put her down.
She's lying to you.
First, leave her alone and let us ask the questions our way. Stand down now.
Sonia has a phaser in her hand. It is now pointing at First's chest.
I mean, Davok is just going to go in with a nerve pinch now.
Ooh.
On which one of?
You.
Right. So, oh my goodness, nerve pinchers. I can't remember how they work.
Nerve pinch. It's intense and not lethal.
It is intense and not lethal.
I suppose the question is, yeah, I was like, can a Jem'Hadar be nerve pinched? They're quite heavily armoured, like scaled.
I skip rope, don't you know?
Yeah. So, well, this is going to be an unarmed attack, isn't it? So,
I get 5 numbers on the thing.
Oh my goodness, it is all happening. Davok, give me a control and security roll.
Okay.
Do you want to add any momentum? It's obviously difficulty 2.
No, I'll just see if I do it. I've got to get under 12. And I got 11 and a Star Trek symbol.
Oh!
So you
3.
indeed get a momentum back.
Generating all this momentum.
Right, roll your damage. This
I
is
get
going
5.
to be 3 dice plus your security.
Yeah, 5. 2, 2, 1, 2 blacks. So 5.
More than, well, it's 5, yeah?
Yeah.
5 is enough as First crumples to the floor.
Oh.
Good.
I was counting basically if it's an injury, that counts.
Are you all right,
5 does it?
Sonia? Sonia
She
okay?
is choking and coughing and rubbing her throat. She waves you away and says, "There's an emergency. Go deal."
Oh yeah. We need to sort out gestures to fast.
I think what we may do is I'll just badge Dr. Bosh. Could you report to main engineering and just keep an eye on first? She seems to have had a slight altercation with our Vulcan science officer and lost.
Yeah, so Bosh will head down to engineering and keep first sedated.
I'm just handing over. I've basically just handed over an unconscious female to Bosh. Just add it to the.
She's a Starfleet officer. Let's not forget.
Add it to the list of war crimes. Right. Mr. Davok, to the bridge with me.
Mm-hmm. Stay safe.
And, yes, and you arrive back on the bridge. The con officer has dropped the ship out of warp. There is an incoming Code 1 distress call. It is an Imperial distress call, but a distress call nonetheless.
Okay. Incidentally, the phaser that I grabbed, I've tucked into the Velcro attachment here, so I'm keeping that handy.
Keeping it on you. Very good.
Very good. Incoming communication. Put it on speaker only, please.
Okay. In order for this distress call to be accessed, it's going to require a control and engineering task assisted by the ship's communications and engineering.
Okay,
it's difficulty 1.
Control engineering. I've got 12 on that. So let me have a go.
You might want to ask Davok.
Well, not really, because I've scored a 5 and a Starfleet symbol.
Oh, well, excellent. So that's 3 successes, and you're assisted by the ship.
Davok, roll for the ship.
Okie dokie. What do I need to get for the ship?
Communications and engineering is 10.
I rolled a 6.
Yay! So, my goodness, that's another 3 momentum back. So you are now at maximum momentum.
So good.
Momentum.
Maximum momentum. Excellent. So, yes, you managed to decipher the message. Ed, can you please access StreamYard?
A firm. 1 moment, please.
Oh, going to be going over to StreamYard. Well, as players, we're going to be going over. Viewers, don't go anywhere.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. Actually, just let me mute that.
Stu's not at that.
Has anybody watched What We Do in the Shadows?
Film, not TV show.
Oh, the TV show's really good. But excellent. So you're all there and watching.
Yep.
Here is your distress call.
Oh God! Please help us! It's killing us all! It just got Johnson and wait. What's that? Who's there? No! No! No!
And it goes back to static. Many thanks to Neil Kelly for giving us that. Do you want to see it again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you replay it on the view
like
screen.
Killing Neil over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh God! Please help us! It's killing us all! It just got Johnson and wait. What's that? Who's there? No! No! No!
There we are. We can just spend the entire evening just watching that over and over again. But there we are. That's your distress call. It is.
Which part of the is that a part of the mirror universe that's like Cape Town in Swansea? I swear, some of that he sounded Welsh, bits of it he sounded South African. I'm not quite sure.
I think it's supposed to be German.
No.
Okay, so this is coming from the vicinity of the Tendaris cluster, which Prime Universe is not too far from Beta Z. Some heavy anomalies in that region. What would you like to do? Oh, sorry. It did come with a location code of Outpost Psi, PSI.
Oh, okay.
How far away is it?
It's about an hour away at maximum warp.
I mean, this is on YouTube because neither of me are there. But I think isn't it on the way? Because like from where we are, we've got to go through pretty much the entirety of what would be Federation space to get to Bajor. So I'm presuming it's on route.
I mean,
It's about the halfway mark, roughly.
This is a sort of Voyager conundrum, isn't it? So we're obviously going to be occasionally waylaid by stuff we're going to have to go and have a look at. It's interesting.
I mean, it is a diversion off your route. It's not a direct going through it, but yeah.
Okay. Well,
I mean, an hour isn't a great deal out of your way.
No, that's fine. Helm, can we? I'll take it. We do have a location from where this is coming. This is coming from.
Yes, the Tendaris cluster.
Excellent. Helm, adjust course for Tendaris cluster and maintain current speed.
Okay.
Go back.
I mean, the Tendaris cluster itself is fairly widespread.
I say, Davok, can you set when we get within range? Can you set sensors to scan for anything? Actually, just usual scan the area. We'll see if what it is that this has come from. Is there any information we can glean from this distress call? Were they sending any sort of IFF signatures or shipping?
Yeah, my thought is on the hour on the way there, before we get there, would I be able to access the update that we received just before going to see if I can get any updated information about the location?
See if any Imperial ships have been ordered to that particular area.
Yeah, background.
Okay, you access your shiny new Imperial database.
Oh.
Give me a control and science or security, whichever you prefer. Again, assisted by the ship, computers and science, or computers and security. Let me work out which is going to be best for you. 9 and 4. Yeah. So you're better off with computers and security from the ship, which gives you 13. And this is a difficulty 1.
I got a 3 and an 8.
3 and an 8, which gives you 3 successes with your focusing computers. That's coming in very useful in this, this episode, isn't
It's a good one, isn't it?
Okay, and for the ship?
We can spend some momentum to gain info straight away.
You can actually. Let me. Actually, we can. We're maxed out. We're maxed out on momentum, so we'll have to roll for the ship just to see if it does cause a complication. I'll do that. A 10.
Yay!
10, which is a success. Fantastic. There's no record of Outpost Psi in the database.
Interesting.
Interesting that it's not there.
Yeah.
For a moment, you did think you saw a file, but it's not there. You can reattempt the query if you wish. You won't have to re-roll, just so you know.
Dig in, Davok. Dig in.
Yeah, I mean, if I thought I saw something, I might search it again.
Yep, you do search it again, and the information is there, clear as day. Outpost Psi is a deep space station built decades ago. It's been retrofitted over the years as new technology has emerged. Total crew complement, it's only small, it's 35, and the purpose of the station is to study subspace dynamics throughout the sector that it is located in. Now, as you get your free momentum spend, I can give you some additional information. Before your first query, the outpost side did not exist in the ship's records. The data for it has simply appeared on your second request.
Something going on with these computers.
However, even more strangely, the computer did not record your first request.
I didn't record my first request.
That's very weird.
So there's no record of it. According to the computer, your first request was successful and it came up with the information.
Puzzling.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do en route?
Actually, I would like to do something en route if we've got a moment or two. I'll just go to my ready room and leaving the con piloting the ship as we do. And from my ready room, I will briefly message Bosh and ask Bosh, how are you doing with first? What is her condition at the moment? And how is Engineer Gomez after her sudden attack?
Bosh is still first is still sedated. I thought it wise not to let her wake up until I knew what the hell was going on. And what did you do to her?
That wasn't me. That was Davok. In fact, let's keep her sedated because I think Davok might be. If we can keep her sedated, I might be asking Davok to have a little dig round in First's brain. I take it that they don't have to be conscious for Vulcans to actually mind meld with people. Actually, no, they don't. As Spock and Dr. McCoy will note.
Are you feeling quite all right?
I could do with some tea.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm feeling fine. Yes, I must. I actually replicate myself. Tea, Yorkshire, hot with milk.
Yes, and am I right in guessing that Gomez is fervently working, like looking very, very busy?
Yeah, Sonia is going about her business. She is fine. There was a little bit of bruising, but that was very, very easy to sort out with her.
Yes,
and not a dermal regenerator, but a thing.
See, violence from these Jem'Hadar seems to be cross universes.
Yeah, just what. Is there a rule of acquisition that would be apt at that point?
I don't know if Matt's frozen on his Zoom.
Matt didn't have the rules of acquisition up and was trying desperately to remember one about. Not. It's been a very long day, Captain.
War is good for business.
War is good for business. Make peace; it confuses your enemies.
Yes, that's it. We need you to throw in a rule of acquisition at some point, or it's not a proper episode.
Yes.
Got so excited about driving first, and then zap, neck pinch, gone.
Excellent, very good. Thank you, Doctor. Where have you moved first to your medical to your sick bay, or is she still in?
Still in engineering. I kind of.
on the floor.
I didn't think you'd be able to lump a Jem'Hadar warrior that
They
far.
are quite well built.
Yes, and you're heavily armoured, though surprisingly vulnerable to around the neck area.
Yes. You would. I thought there was extra, like a bit like a Cardassian. There was. Yeah.
It turns out that Davok just hit her straight in the Ketracel white tube that should be there, but isn't it?
Yeah. There's an opening genetically somehow.
I'm not sure what it is. Excellent. Thank you, Doctor. And I close communications. And then I tap again and say, Mr. Davok, could you report to my ready room, please?
Yes, Captain. Pop in.
Literally, it's like that room behind Stu's head. It's not very far.
Are we still at red alert at the moment?
Actually, we can stand down to yellow alert, actually, Mr. Davok, so just in case...
I don't have a yellow alert.
We'll stand by. We'll deactivate red alert and just go to just generally cautious.
Originally, of course, there was no yellow alert. It was red alert and double red.
Yeah, as in really urgent.
And just to it's war is good for business is rule 34, just in case anyone was wanting to know.
Just to show that we know exactly what we're talking about in both lore and in game. We're
Yes.
this. Davok, sit down. Now that we have got ourselves into this universe, it will no doubt come to your attention that I am in need of some assistance in running this ship. I can't do it on my own, and it has been my decision, not only based on your extremely good service and your propensity for rolling below your your discipline value in terms of anything to do with computers, which is really helping out, and your mining of momentum like a machine, it has been my decision that as acting captain of the Livingstone, I'm hereby promoting you to lieutenant commander and making you my executive officer.
Yay!
Oh,
That's a really good place for us to take a break. Hey, we'll be back in 5. Don't go anywhere. That's an order. And oh gosh, we're back, but my screen has done something very, very strange and funny. So let me correct that. I don't know why it's doing this. It shouldn't be doing this, but it is. Oh gosh. Well, it is Halloween special, so we're going to have our little nightmares going on, haven't we? Yeah. So while I'm sorting this out, how do we feel about that first act?
Good. That's fun.
So much stuff I
Gosh.
couldn't keep up with typing it onto my background notes.
Yeah.
I know, I filled up like 2 pages again of illegible notes. They're going to be useless.
Oh, that's why I typed, because my writing is appalling.
There was definitely something. Wow. First has a very direct approach, doesn't she?
Yeah. I mean, she saw something was wrong. Went down the. Yep. I don't think you're telling the truth. I will beat truth out of you.
Squeeze it out of you.
Yeah. You're not doing that to Sonia.
It is hard to tell the truth with a broken trachea, though. Don't know what rule of acquisition that would be.
Sound like a rule of acquisition, doesn't it?
408, because I don't think there is one of those.
And of course, you've left the finding of these null spaces in the capable hands of Sonia. Now, feeling confident about this?
Well, she's got some good stats for doing stuff, including mainly with transporters, which has been useful.
I've been given no reason to doubt her capabilities. She's been very helpful so far.
What about First's warning, though? First seemed to think she was lying.
But First has just got here, and we don't know First.
That's true, but First does sort of react on instinct a lot, as in, you're lying. So it may be, as we have someone on the crew who is entirely logical. First is, although deadpan, I think quite the reverse, quite emotional, as in, I'm hungry, I eat, I'm angry, I kill, which is
Goes about it completely the wrong way.
Instinctive.
Yeah.
We're a very diverse crew. Very diverse.
Yeah, we like diversity, infinite diversity,
Infinite combinations.
Yeah, fantastic, and yeah, well, so sense of thing. I think we're definitely going to run into 2 episodes with this adventure because not even arrived at the station.
Yeah, we've got to start it first.
We have, but before you get to the station, of course, there's this conversation going off in Wraal's ready room. Let's pick up exactly where we left off. Davok, you've just been told, not asked, told, you're going to be a lieutenant commander, or lieutenant commander rather, and a first officer.
Yeah.
How does Davok react?
Thank you, Captain.
Well, so enter it in the ship's log. That's pretty much it, isn't it? I wouldn't expect Davok to actually burst into tears. Very good, Mr. Davok.
You get roping in his head, don't you worry.
Computer authorization Wraal Alpha 5. Transfer all executive officer authorizations to Lieutenant Commander Davok.
Does this mean I need a new pip on my...
If you've got 2, you'll need a little black one as well.
Oh, yeah, I've got 2. I don't have... I'll fix
that. Yeah, well, currently Davok has 1 solid, 1 black. And they're technically called hollows, aren't they? The black ones. Yeah.
That's
so there will be 1 pip
jump.
needed.
That's a 2-rank jump.
Yeah.
2 ranks in 1 hit. That's impressive.
Well deserved.
Excellent. So take it Davok's accepting them.
Well, I don't think I get a choice. I got told.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Welcome to my world. You've just
Yeah.
been appointed.
You'll be picked up by the Traveller and turned into a god any time now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one to refuse my captain's orders, so. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So there we go. So that's your nameplate updated anyway. Lieutenant Commander Davok, it now says.
Yeah.
Exo and Science. I'll play about with moving them around. Yes, and as Ben Kerno says, the decision is logical.
It is.
Quite.
There've been some notably great ships who've had Vulcan first officers. So let's hope that Livingstone continues that fine tradition.
Indeed. So, anything else you want to do before you arrive at the station? Time is starting to run out.
I think we return to the bridge. Davok, return to your station. I shall join you on the bridge.
Okay. Just out of interest, are you making a shipwide announcement?
Do you know what? I think that would be quite a nice thing, actually, wouldn't it? So, yes, attention all hands. This is the Team Captain speaking. With immediate effect, Mr. Davok has been promoted to Lieutenant Commander and is now the ship's executive officer. I expect you all to give Davok your most dutiful care, attention, and diligence to duty, as I'm sure you all already do. That's all.
Excellent, excellent. So two promotions in one go, in fact.
Yeah. Does it come with a pay rise?
No. Welcome to
beyond such things.
Yes, welcome to a time when we don't need money anymore. However, you do get extra shiny pips on your coat.
Is that the only benefit? Do I get anything else, like a new room?
I will send one of Gomez's engineering team to screw a new nameplate to your door.
If you want a new room, presumably Bosh knows someone.
He's also where I'm getting the nameplate from.
Yeah, I actually, because that's a question: whether Amy was actually Davok was sharing a bunk, given the size of quarters on Defiant. So actually, as first officer, may get a private room.
Yeah.
Well, this is a larger space frame than the Defiant. Anyway, it's like a blown up version, so I think it's acceptable that actually everyone's got their own private rooms.
So Davok, you can do
how private they can be with a Ferengi on board is anyone's guess.
But it also means you get your own room to practice as much jump rope as you like.
I don't need a lot of space. Nice and compact.
Yeah. I've been wondering about how does Davok do jump rope when he's got a limp?
Expertly. It's the reason
have to
why
look
he
into
does
that.
rope. Because it's a little bit
some
difficult
point.
for him.
I always forget Davok's limp and tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tramp stamp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. We're definitely going to have to look into the skipping thing, but it won't be now because you are arriving at Outpost Psi. The outpost itself appears on the main view screen, looking no worse for wear, no damage that you can see, at least no external damage that you can see, nor are there any signs of debris or other items that would indicate a battle.
Excellent. Lieutenant Commander, scan the outpost, please.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, Lieutenant Commander, give me a reason and a science roll assisted by the ship's sensors and science. This is a difficulty 2. Ship is going to be sensors and science. Ship is going to be 11.
I need to get under 14, and I rolled a 6 and a 7.
That's 2 successes. What did the ship get?
The ship got 11.
11. So that was 3 successes. However, you are at max momentum. There are 34 life signs aboard. I mean 35.
Ooh.
No, 34. No, 35. 34. It's definitely 35 life signs aboard. By which I mean there's 34 life signs aboard. You get the picture.
Oh.
I don't like this. Can I use my extra momentum spend to find out what that's about?
You can. Well, your scans confirm life support is functioning normally on the station, and that all life signs are within habitable areas. The communications array is also functional, able to both send and receive, and your sensors are working perfectly fine. There's 34 life signs.
Is it one particular life sign that's going in and out, or is it random or different?
Well, no, it's
Is there
constant. There's
particularly-
35 life signs. Can spend another
so-
momentum to get some more information if you want.
Yeah, makes
You
sense.
should, yeah. do that.
Okay.
Delve deeper.
Every time it changes between 34 and 35, the computer's history changes with it. So when it says 34, it's always been 34. When it says 35, it's always been 35.
Same problem as before.
So, you know, it's not changing. There are 35 life signs on board. There has always been 34 life signs aboard, and there will always remain to be 35 life signs aboard.
Annoying sensor reading. Okay.
Nothing wrong with the sensors. They're fine.
Okay,
Showing
so
those
I don't,
34 life signs.
so we've dropped out of warp close enough to the station to get a good sensor reading.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not.
Okay.
It's connected to the other thing from earlier.
Okay. From the sensors, have you sensors? Sorry. Have you? Is there anything surrounding the station that could be causing this? Is it in sort of field or some sort of weird gaseous cloud or something, or gaseous emissions?
Gaseous
Subspace
anomaly.
anomalies in the area, and the area is well known for them. However, nothing that can cause an effect like that. In fact, there is no known effect like that because the computer won't recognize that there is even an effect, because it is absolutely adamant there is 34 people and there has always been 35 people.
So it's like,
Very strange. Open hailing frequencies to the station, audio only. I don't want to have a look at us just yet.
No response to hails.
Okay. Is our frequency being received? Is our hail being received? Can we tell? It's being received but ignored.
There's nothing stopping it being received. Their communications equipment's working fine. Your communication equipment's working fine.
Oh, if you want to know what's going on here, I think we're going to be going over.
I don't know whether that would be a good idea.
Very curious. Okay, helm, move us in a little closer. Half impulse only. I want to get close enough for us to get a good visual look at the outside. I know it appeared to be okay from a distance, but let's get in close and have a proper look.
Okay, you do so. You're getting kind of as close as you like, really. Yeah, it's not a new station. You can see it's got an almost modular effect to it, where bits have been added onto a basic structure over the years as technology has improved and as things presumably have worn out and needed replacing. So yeah, it's quite old, but it seems absolutely functional. No signs of damage or just age.
Davok would like to buzz Sonia and ask her how she's getting on with her investigation.
She responds and tells you it was a glitch with the schematics.
Is it now?
Yes.
Davok, you don't sound like you believe a word she says.
I'm making no judgments right now. But it's still glitching, so something must be causing the glitch. I haven't got the Sonia on the line while I'm saying that.
When you say glitching,
did that.
you mean the 3435 thing or the null space?
Well, this reminds me.
Because on the schematics, that null space is gone. And also, the null spaces for the additional memory has also gone. There are no null spaces. However, the computer does show that they used to be.
Does it keep a record of how that changed?
Yes, it was updated by the chief engineer. And the record shows it was updated due to a glitch in the system, showing incorrect data.
Right. What do you want to do, Captain?
I'm going to update my notes. There's a lot to take in here. Right. Well, it may be time for our executive officer to lead their first away team to investigate what's going on over on that station. I take it that there's nothing preventing us from beaming over. There's no shielding or
no shields up.
It's essentially. I'm getting this. It's essentially a research station, not an armored space station.
It is an Imperial research station.
Excellent.
Let's not forget where we are. It's Imperial.
Yes. Davok, assemble an away team. Let's go over and have a look and see. I'd like you to go over and have a look and report on what you find over at that station. And specifically, see if you can get anything out of the computer system over there, which would indicate if we've got any problems with our computer system over here. Basically, compare and contrast.
Yeah. What I would suggest, though, is maybe just keeping a careful eye on Sonia while we're doing that.
Would you recommend keeping a very close eye on her, as in taking her with you?
That's an option.
It'll be your away team, Mr. Davok, so you decide on the makeup.
Yes, Davok is very good at deciding things. So, I mean, what do we need for an away team? I don't know. Put me on the spot.
And well, you'll need you.
Yeah. What does Reggie do again?
Reggie's now currently chief of security.
Well, Reggie will need to come with us. I think that would be a good idea. And given that we had a distress signal with clearly someone being heavily injured, I think it would be wise to have our medical officer doing it.
This would seem to indicate a humanitarian and rescue mission as well as investigative.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's sensible.
Very good. Chief Bartlesby, report to the transporter room, please, and take your big phaser rifle, Reggie.
Oh, you spending a momentum to up his weapon.
As we've got 5, yes.
Okay.
Did it.
You spend a momentum to up
I
his
don't
weapon.
need another weapon. I've got my hands.
And a key knife
And
and
a
neck.
skipping rope.
And a skipping rope. What else do you need?
So are you taking Sonia, did you say?
I don't know. I might. I don't know. General consensus of the away team.
I always think that if you're investigating anything, taking an engineer is good. Well, science officer is good for scientific problems. Engineer is good for fixing any other problem that isn't a science one. Someone for shooting and someone for healing. So it's your classic adventuring party.
Yeah.
To be fair, Davok is a pretty damn good engineer already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bad. I've got loads of skills. I came to Starfleet late.
Four in engineering.
Yeah, I mean that's almost maxed out, really, isn't it? That's a.
But I mean, Bosh has a 1 in engineering. So just saying.
Bosh is also.
But I bet he knows a guy, Danny, eh?
Yeah.
What do you need? I think it would be good to bring her along. Let's do it.
Okay, you're bringing Sonia along. Any other precautions you'd like to take before going over to this Imperial research station?
Gonna get a pair of security officers to pick up first and put her into sick bay in a restraint. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a sort of security field, perhaps.
Yeah, let her wait. Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to stop Ferris from hurting Sonia. I didn't ask for any of this further work to be done. So this is all on you guys.
Well, just making sure that First doesn't wake up and flail around and injure herself or anybody else.
Yeah, straight up murder somebody else nearby.
Yeah.
Maybe she's going to
Bosh.
remain sedated, yeah. We'll talk to her on the back.
Oh no! The sedation will wear off. She'll be in a secure. Actually, we might just put her in a holding cell
Should we
rather
just
than
leave her a note?
There are other crew on board.
We haven't abandoned you, and sorry we knocked you out. Love, Davok.
We've got a brig on this, don't we?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. A small one, but
Yeah. So we'll put First in the brig.
With creature comforts.
Well, such as a Jem'Hadar needs.
brigs come with the basic necessities.
Yeah.
Automatically. Okay. And any other precautions you'd like to take before beaming into this Imperial research station?
Let's download those uniforms.
Yes. Everyone gets vests, knives, and sashes.
Do we need to draw on goatees? I don't have one. Should I put one on?
No, the goatee thing is not really a thing anyway. It was only Spock that had one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You replicate now. In your away team, there is only one human. The Imperial forces are notoriously xenophobic. However, they have been known to utilize other races.
Well, Bosh is going to put on a black, like the uniform that he saw other Bosh wearing, like the. Yeah.
There is, that's an Imperial experimental science uniform.
Yeah.
Very sinister.
Yeah.
I like that.
You can find that, yes. And I've got them here somewhere. Where's my gloves?
Davok goes for the leather-bound skipping rope.
Okay, so that's Bosh. What if you're dressing Sonia as an Imperial officer? What rank would you like to give her?
Let's see. Actually, we may have to disguise our normal ranks and chain of command.
I don't
Make
know
her
about
captain.
This.
Bosh's
No.
doesn't have a rank, by the way, so that's fine. That's not an issue.
Well, I mean, Reggie isn't right. Reggie's just along for the muscle, but that makes sense if he's an Andorian under Imperial rule. Just using him as a security officer, that wouldn't be seen as suspicious. I still think that Davok should be maybe seen to be leading this. I don't know if they viewed Vulcans quite well. I think they viewed Vulcans as rather weak since Spock damaged the Empire so much that they needed to rebuild it again.
They've been very cautious about putting Vulcans into positions of power ever since.
Maybe, unless we have Gomez just as some sort of civilian advisor, make it, and then that would be less suspicious why she wouldn't be in charge.
What's her thoughts about this?
Sonia, she throws up her hands and says, "I don't know. I fix things."
And work transporters. Is there any sort of temporary surgical cosmetic surgery that Bosh could do on Davok just to nip the ears and eyebrows in a little?
Sorry, what?
Oh, it's been done with humans being made to look more Romulan and Vulcan, so I presume it can be reversed to make you look a little bit more human.
Yes, Bosh can do that quite easily.
And it's reversible.
No. That goes against my core values.
Well, I'm not.
I've got a list of your core values.
I know.
I have a problem with very suspicious of female leaders, and Sonia Gomez is very suspicious.
So you're suspicious of a suspicious female leader?
Yeah.
I mean, don't I just wear like the hat
Your
for
bandana.
my ears?
If that's how, I'd
That's what
make the
Spock
suggestion,
did.
but it's your away team. If that's how you want to disguise yourself, I'm also not going to. I'm not going to order you to go against the value and have Bosh surgery you into human.
I mean, how temporary are we talking?
Oh, as soon as we get back to the ship, they'll be
Lasered back.
I mean, it's
is
not.
that
So
something we
we're saying there's suspicion. That's not to say that Vulcans don't ever hold rank. You know, they do. It's just it's not as common as it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be sort of accepted almost without questioning the chain of command. But as you say, now it would be a little bit more. As in, either you'd have to be particularly brutal to have got where you were, or murdered your way to the top very cleverly.
Yeah. And to address your wearing a hat thing, because Mike Esfrey has said bandana work for Tuvok, very true. But the difference is you're in an environment where people are familiar with Vulcans, so would probably still spot a Vulcan anyway. Those were circumstances where they didn't know what Vulcans were, so they were expecting to see a human.
I guess we just have to go with it and hope that I can be the part.
Are you going to pretend to be nasty, Davok?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, we'll take it as you're still leading the party then, as
Yeah.
as essentially Mirror Davok.
Yeah. Right. I guess we're prepared. Have we got all the things that we need? Are we
Okay.
geared?
Yeah.
Happy?
So you've got so what rank is Davok going? Is Davok going as Imperial or civilian?
I don't know how best to answer that as Amy. So
I think mechanically, I think we can get away with, shall we say, for disguise purposes, reducing Gomez's rank and maybe raising yours to Commander Davok for this, and you can sort of strut about a bit when you get over there, and make sure everyone knows that you've got where you are by not being afraid to neck pinch people into the dust. I've knocked out Jem'Hadar, you know.
yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
A pacifist Vulcan posing as an Imperial officer. The violent Imperial psychopathic officer. This is not going to go badly at all. Excellent.
Nope.
And what rank are you giving Sonia?
Oh,
Just an engineering lieutenant or something that fairly inconsequential, but
Sonia
I mean, something that's
suggests
got to match with what Bosh is doing.
Sonia suggests that perhaps she should be an NCO.
Crewman Gomez it is.
Right. And are you giving Reggie a rank?
Oh, he's chief. He's always chief.
So 2 NCOs. 2 NCOs.
Reggie works for a living. You all know that.
Scientific
this university kills
experimenter
for a living.
and a commander. Interesting. Okay, you've done your apparel. Reggie gets his big gun out. Anything else you want to take with you?
Actually, Reggie's going to dig out one of those Romulan blades and sort of fashion it to the end as like a bayonet, just to look
Like
particularly tough.
Okay. I'll let you have that for free.
Oh, thank you. Very kind.
Bosh was going to take his Romulan knife. Strapped.
Okay.
Oh, it's strapped to the hip.
I mean, you would have a knife anyway as part of the uniform.
Okay. I'll stick with that knife then as part of the uniform.
An Imperial knife rather than a Romulan.
Romulan.
But you can have a Romulan one if you want.
No, I'll stick with the Imperial knife.
Okay. So everyone is armed with a knife anyway, as standard.
Everyone's got it.
Okay. Are you ready to beam over?
Yes.
Oh,
It's down to you, Mr. Davok, sir. Down to you, Mr. Davok. I'll follow you, sir. I'll keep an eye on you. I won't give you away, sir.
Who's operating the transport? Is it just like engineering bod number 3?
Yeah. It's probably a NASA astronaut who's just come in for a bit part.
Kilometers O'Shea.
Okay. And yes, no rolls required because beaming on board is a very, very simple task. You beam into the transporter room. As you do so, and the sparkles fade and the room coalesces, 2 people walk into the room, a male and a female, both dressed in it's a uniform, but not a military uniform. This is more like we wear this to look tidy sort of thing. One of them, a man, steps forward quite jovially. He says, middle-aged guy. He says, "Hello there. I'm Chief Hubbard, chief of this station. How can we help you?"
hello, Chief Hubbard.
The other person is a young female human.
Okay. I'm Commander Davok. These are my associates. We had a distress signal, and we've come to help.
Commander Davok, Isn't that a Vulcan name?
Yes, I'm sure
Do
you
you
can tell.
question her authority?
I've seen her kill with just a hand.
No, not questioning anything. Just curious. Curiosity's allowed, isn't it?
Don't take that. Don't let this hurt, Mr. Davok. Let me have a go at him, sir. Let me go. Just give him a little jab, sir. Just a little jab, sir. Go on. I won't cut him very much.
She's ready.
He
Curiosity
seems
has
quite
killed
bemused.
great many things.
Well, yes, military. You do that sort of thing for the the good of the Empire. Anyway, how can we help?
Yeah. We had a distress signal coming from this location.
Distress signal?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't worry about that. Our comm system is it's all kinds of broken. And actually, we could do with a hand fixing it if you're here to lend a hand. Got a few other things broken around here as well. Haven't we, Levi? It turns to the young, dark-haired female human by him. She says, "Yes, sir."
Can I just sort of wanders? Well, actually, no. I was going to say when we start following them, which I'm presuming we're going to wander with them. Bosh wants to just subtly tricorder scan them.
You can.
I can distract them by.
Well, at the
talking
moment,
about-
everyone's just stood there in the room. He's looking expectant because he just said could do with the hand with fixing stuff.
Well, it just so happens that we do have some decent engineers. I'll gesture to Sonia. Would you like us to? Need us to where the stuff is. We'll fix it for you.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful, marvelous. Well, Levi here can show you all around the station. Give you a bit of a tour, eh? Yes, absolutely. And yes, if you can fix our comms, that would be absolutely splendid, wonderful. Thank you very, very much. Levi, yes. Show these lovely people around. And Levi gestures to the door.
Is it open?
Well, it opens as Levi walks up and gestures to it, yes.
Cool.
Okay.
I was anticipating any door problems then.
Nope. The door opens very smoothly. Yeah, so you're following Ensign Levi?
Yeah. Cautiously.
Okay. Yeah, she says, well, I can take you to the communications ray first, if that's what you want, or is there anything else you'd like to see on the station? I'm keen to help. The other chap has wandered off the other direction, by the way.
Okay. Again, question. Would the distress signal that we've just seen, would we know what room that would have been in?
The only information you've got is the information that was on the screen.
Okay.
Other than the fact it came from Sci Station.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the communications first. And I would like to probe her as to what they're doing here on the way as a distraction while Bosh does what he needs to do.
Okay. Yeah, you start questioning. And she's more than happy to assist you and to tell you anything you want to know. Yes, we do all kinds of scientific research. It's all to do with the subspacey anomaly thing is in this area. I don't really know any of that. My job My job is to assist station manager Chaynard to help him with his work, and yes, so that's my job. Really, is just assisting. I'm not one of those sciencey type people myself.
Sure, what you do is very important.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And she gestures to lead you through a door. Bosh, you've scanned her surreptitiously. What are you scanning for exactly?
Just want to check that she's human, like she is human as she or Terran as she purports to be. And yeah, see if there's any other odd readings about her. There's something not right.
Nothing odd in the tricorder whatsoever. Yes, she is human. Yeah.
Okay.
So she gestures. You're basically at the communications array area. She gestures for you all to go in, and you all step forward in, and she steps in behind you, and you hear the door automatically close behind, and you turn round and see her blonde head bobbing enthusiastically as she steps forward and says, "Well, this is the communications array." You say one of you is an engineer?
Yes, Sonia.
Oh, Sonia. Hello, Sonia. Yes. Yes, wonderful. Here it is. What would you like to do?
Well, I'd like. Well, is there a problem with the communication system? I think that's a good thing.
You can check the communications array. It will require a reason and science or a reason and engineering roll. Difficulty 1. I have Sonia's stats if that's what you want to go with.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if she did it.
I'm saying I've got Sonia's stats. I have got Sonia's stats here somewhere.
Huh.
Gee, I was looking at them earlier.
Is it worth Davok assisting as well? Can you assist in that task? Have you got good engineering? Roll, I think and roll 1 dice to assist.
Yeah, it was more just that I want to be the commander, and the commander shouldn't be doing that.
Absolutely, yeah, that's right.
Okay. But I can do
nice
it.
to see you
Don't
having
you
a good go
worry.
at this, Mr. Davok. So.
Yeah, it is. I'm playing the role.
Make sure we delegate. All about delegation.
Sonia for
can
reason
you
and
do this one?
engineering. Well, it's a 12. Is Sonia's reason and engineering.
Combination.
Yeah, that's acceptable. We can go with that. Would someone like to roll for Sonia?
Matt hasn't rolled yet today.
Yes, come on,
Hey,
Matt. He made all
Do
these
it.
amazing dice.
That was a bad roll. I rolled an 18.
And
Oh, I thought it was only the 1.
For an assist, yes, it's just 1.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
if Sonia's doing it though.
Oh, is Sonia doing
Oh.
it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
in that case,
I'm not assisting because I'm mad.
I got an 18 and a 5.
5. 5 is your success. And yeah, Sonia tells you that the communications rate is perfectly functional and that it has not transmitted a code 1 distress call.
Did she say this loud enough for Levi to hear?
Would you like her to?
No.
Okay. No, she says it discreetly then.
I'd like to, while this is going on, I'd quite like to see the rest of your science. Take me there.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, but what are we going to do? Leave your friends working on the communications array?
Is that
Yeah,
a
it
problem?
looks like there's a big problem here, so it's going to take us a while to fix. So if you've got other things that you need us to have a look at, it might be good if we split up.
Yes, okay. Yes, I mean, very useful communication route. I was speaking to my family just a few hours ago on it, so I know how useful these things are. Yes, I'll happily show you to our science stations. Well, laboratories, really. And the young strawberry blonde ensign leads you out of the room, Bosh.
Sorry, out of the
room.
Has she? No, I know. Has she changed hair color, or is it just the description that's changed? Because she was blonde a minute ago, and now she's strawberry blonde, and I just want to make sure that there's not something hinky going on, or whether it was just description.
Kinky? Make of it what you will.
Okay.
Strikes you as odd.
Yep.
You could have sworn she was blonde, and before that you could have sworn she was dark-haired.
Bosh would have been paying quite close attention to this, so yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because hair, it's quite exotic to him. Okay. Yes, she leads you towards the down the corridor. What are the rest of you doing while that's happening?
Reggie is staying very close to Mr. Davok.
Oh, then Reggie. Can I recheck what's on your text, please?
Can you recheck what, sorry?
Sonia just checked.
You want to check the same thing again? You can recheck the readings. It's exactly the same. The communications array is working perfectly fine. Has been for a long time. To be fair, your ship scans showed you that before you even beamed aboard.
Something's going on here.
But there's no record of a Code 1 distress call. Bosh, as Anson Levi is walking you along corridor, so I don't suppose any of your people know anything about replicators, do you? They've been producing food that smells like nail polish lately. It's awful stuff.
What is this nail polish?
Oh, of course, you're a Bolian, aren't you? Yes. No. It's things we put on our nails. It smells. It's like quite a acrid sort of smell.
Yeah, it's interesting. Humans smell like that all the time, so it's interesting that you put in another chemical. No, I mean, speak to one of the lackeys. I'm sure their engineering expertise will come in helpful.
Oh, that'd be useful. Right. Yeah, she walks you along the corridor, and you appear to do a full circuit, and she says, and here we are at the communications array, and the door opens, and there's everyone stood inside.
Why have you brought me to the communications array?
Well, this is where you wanted to go, isn't it? Because to help repair the communications array.
You were taking me to the science labs.
Was I?
Yes.
Oh right, okay. Well, yes, we can certainly look at those. More than happily do that. Yes, if you want to come this way, then starts heading off down the corridor.
Has anything else about her appearance changed?
No.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing while this is happening? I mean, you've literally just seen Bosh turn back up again.
Davok is confused.
Reggie will give his makeshift bayonet a wipe and an eye of Levi suspiciously as he comes past again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just standing in the room at the moment. You've rechecked everything.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so confused.
I mean, it would appear that you've got free run of the station.
Yeah.
Because don't forget your guard is being walked off somewhere else at the moment.
Yeah. I don't know where to go.
Command?
Maybe go and find whoever's in charge. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good idea.
Oh, you've met the station commander.
Okay.
That was the guy, but
the other guy.
Try and find the body of
Johnston. Let's
Yeah.
find Johnston. Johnson. I'll find him.
Demand to see.
Apparently he got.
Demand to see Mr. Davok. Demand.
Yeah.
You know,
Where are you going
Johnson.
to? Where are you going to look for Johnson?
I could ask Levi as she's walking past.
You can catch up with Levi very easily if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, you catch up with Levi, and she turns her towards you. And oh yes, how can I help?
Oh yes. Oh, could you tell me where I'd find Johnson, please?
Sorry, who?
Johnson. I understand that he's stationed here.
No Johnson that I'm aware of.
Can I quickly recall?
Possibly it's before my time though. So Station Chief Rambelow might be able to help you. Rambelow. Yes. Yes, you met him. You know, he introduced you to me.
Something else a minute ago.
Oh, we met Chief Hubbard.
Who?
Chief Rumbelow.
Yes, Station Chief Rambelow. Yes. The Trill chap that you met.
I don't remember seeing a drill.
Maybe we should go find him.
Okay. You head off. Well, Levi will lead you to the station office if that's what you want.
Which way to the laboratories?
Oh, the laboratories. Well, they're off to the left and the right, and you know they're dotted about all over the place. That's the primary purpose of this station. Most of the areas are given over to laboratory spaces.
Okay, so I'm going to at the next left take it.
Okay, you take the next left and walk straight into the communications array room.
I'm going to turn back out. Can I see the others in the corridor?
Yes, you can see them just ahead of you in the corridor, all looking off to the left. And the room that...
Reggie?
Yes, Mr. Bosh?
Bosh is now behind you.
Can't always sneak up on me like that.
How many paces from the communications array have you been?
Oh, done about 10. I just went in a circle. I felt I went in a circle. I went out a room and I came back in here. When you were all here. So, maybe 20?
Take us to the comms office.
Yes, certainly. What, the station controller's office?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no problem. Yeah, I mean, you wanted to nip back into the communications array room. I don't know why, but yes, this way. And she starts heading away, her red hair bobbing in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to scan her again. Is there anything different from the last scan?
Nothing different whatsoever. The readings are exactly the same as they were before.
Are they changing, or is our perception of them changing? Is it us that's not seeing it?
No, there's something that there's. I'm going to turn to Davok. There's something off. She referred to me as a Bolian.
Okay.
Bolians are blue with a line through their faces.
No one's going to mistake a Bolian for Ferengi anywhere ever.
No.
Okay. Does Bosh look like Bosh to me?
Well, here's the interesting thing. You look at Bosh, and just for a moment, you think, well, of course she's called him a Bolian. That's no, hang on. And you do see a Ferengi in front of you. Just for a moment there, it was obvious that she would call him a Bolian. Because he is a Ferengi.
There's something going on with the frequencies here. Messing with my brain.
Okay, and she leads you to an office door, opens the door, leads you inside, where Station Chief Renard, the Vulcan who you'd met previously, is standing in front of you, and that's where we'll leave it for this evening.
Oh, my brain is melting. Jesus.
It's like Zagor's maze in space.
I don't understand.
Oh, horror special, Halloween special.
I like it.
Who's going mad? Not.
Yeah, nothing is what it seems from
But it
1
is.
second to the next.
Was that Leonard the Vulcan?
Renard.
Renard.
Well,
Leonard. Okay.
by beginning of next episode, it probably is Leonard the Vulcan.
Yeah. I'm writing these down just in case.
I think I've lost count of where I'm writing. My names are all got. I think I got a Chainard somewhere in there as well, but I don't know. That could be.
Yes.
It was a Chainard. Okay.
That was definitely mentioned.
I agree, Ben. I feel like I'm going mad.
Yeah. It feels like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting to the bottom of this, though.
Yeah, I really thought we were going to walk into the communications array again. When we stepped into that office.
I think we're gonna have to tie all our sashes together and make like a long trail, tie it to something, and then pay it out behind us, like going through the Minotaur's lair.
Just a badge that says Bosh Ferengi.
Reggie, happy to help.
Oh, and at some point you might have red on you. Or if it goes horribly wrong, you might have reg on you.
Yeah.
All right.
Bits of reg.
Bits of reg, yeah.
Oh dear. Shall we watch that distress call again before we go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here, over on the StreamYards.
Let's see what got us into this mess in the first place.
Yeah.
See if there's any other bits of information we can glean.
It's all Neil's fault.
Indeed. Are you joining the StreamYard, Ed? There we are. Here it is one more time.
Oh God! Please help us! It's killing us all! It just got Johnson and wait. What's that? Who's there? No! No! No!
Thank you.
So did you expect such a jovial response when you arrived then?
No.
That was not what I was expecting whatsoever. I was all prepared to be all angry and commandery. And it was just nice people with hair that change colours and corridors that go back to the same room.
I think nice people and a maze that goes round and round is more horrifying than just walking into a pile of angry Klingons.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, mental horror is much more terrifying.
Yeah. Tension.
Yes, when I first read this particular AP, and big shout out to ELH, who is the author of it, for any GMs out there, and I'm looking at you, Ben Kerno. It is Psyshift by ELH, this particular
Just
adventure.
don't read it until after we finish it.
Yeah.
No, no, it was. Up to you. Do your own spoilers if you want, but I don't.
No, I was
We're not your boss. You can do what you want, but don't.
Yeah.
Oh no spoilers in the chat or stream. Speaking of the chat, jump in the Discord links below. Yeah. Wear my disco t-shirt next time. Yeah, excellent.
Hey, we need our own ship t-shirts, maybe like Stone.
Stone, yes, because Ritos one is now available in the Star Trek online.
That's going to happen. That's going to be a thing.
In the Star Trek shop.
Not a thing.
No, the Ritos one exists, and I've got it on order. But yeah, we got it. Yeah, Stone, definitely. It's all living.
I like Stone.
Stone. We'll take a vote. Stone.
Stone. Yeah. Does that mean we're all stoners?
It's kind of like a sort of a side joke, isn't it?
Excellent. Oh, dear me, Wraal's not here, man. Right. On that bombshell, do join us next time. We're aiming again for a fortnight's time. Obviously, we'll confirm that nearer the time. But yeah. Lovely job. Bye-bye, everyone. Peace and long life.
Bye.
Live long and
Thanks for
prosper.
coming in.
All hail the Empire.